Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking in today's thumbnail. In today's video, I want to share with you another haul. It's been a collective haul. It's a spring haul that I've been wanting to do for the longest time. I have some exciting fragrances that I want to share with you. So if you are up to seeing what I got new in my collection, then stay tuned. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Moraima. In this channel, I share some of my passions such as fragrance, self-care, and decor. And if you are new and this is the first time we are seeing each other, check the channel around, watch a few videos, and if you like our vibe, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so that you are in the know the next time that we have a video at Scented Lifestyle. For my returning subscribers, always I send you a big kiss. I'm super excited to share with you these fragrances that I have today. So without further ado, let's get started. So the fragrances that we have today are, I have been collecting them for a little bit now, and I know that I did a haul recently, not long ago, but you know how it is, we start collecting more and more, and some of these fragrances I wanted to incorporate in my collection once the weather became a little bit warmer, because I discovered them in the winter time, and I just decided that, you know, I'm not going to spend money on fragrances that I know that I'm not going to be wearing because it's freezing cold. As a matter of fact, it's snowing today here in Canada. Oh my God, I try not to think about it. You know, we're talking about spring perfumes and it's snowing outside. But anyhow, like I was saying, a lot of these fragrances are fragrances that I discovered when it was cold. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to wait until it gets warmer. And I'll give priority to the winter fragrances. And when that time comes, then I'll add them into my collection. And one of them actually is a fragrance that I discovered. It has been discontinued. I'm like 99.9% sure that it has been discontinued, and I was freaking out and I was like, oh my God, before it goes completely out of the market, I have to get my hands on it. So let's just go ahead and start with that fragrance, might as well. And the reason why I wanted to add it to my collection, well, first let me tell you what fragrance I'm talking about. This is Coconut Fizz by Aqua Lagoria GUERLAIN. Guys, you know the me in this blue? Ever since I saw this bottle, ever since I did my coconut video, which if you haven't seen that video and you like coconut, then you are in for a treat. It's one of my longest videos. I'm going to put the card up here. I always forget which side it's supposed to go. But a lot of people not only have told me about this fragrance, but when I was doing my shopping around at that time, I saw this fragrance and I was like, you know what? Do I need another coconut perfume? I have so many. I really like it. I don't know what the performance is about, so it doesn't seem like it's anything, you know, so I'm like, whatever. So I didn't pay attention to it, and it smells so good. And oh my God, I found out that it was going to get discontinued, and I was like, okay, it's either now or never, because, you know, obviously once it's out of the market. And I said, you know what, let me just go ahead and get it. I saw a few other YouTubers here on the platform review and say that it had really good performance, and it's a different type of coconut, and I'm just a sucker for coconut, so I cave in. So this is a beautiful, watery, super crystalline type of coconut that I'm not gonna say I don't have anything like this in my collection, because I do have fragrances that are like this, but I would say that it's not necessarily as, what I have is a lot creamier, is a lot sweeter. This is a very non-offensive coconut. So this is your daytime, you're out in the resort, out and about, and you don't necessarily want to smell like you have a heavy perfume on, but you still want to smell, you know, tropical, and you want something that is more than a body splash, but not necessarily like a super heavy hitter like Angel Eye Star that, you know, I am raving. That's one of my favorite coconuts. This is definitely something in between. So it makes you feel very put together, very classy, like you still have something, but you're not necessarily, you know, the fragrance is not arriving before you do. I love that this fragrance is very, very watery. So it really reminds me of being by the pool, and obviously just, I cannot get enough of this. Why would this one get discontinued? I don't understand. This one is amazing. I love it, love it, love it. And I love the bottle, but that's not what we're here for, right? I love that this fragrance is very watery. So it just, again, it makes me feel like you're by the poolside, like it's the cute fragrance that you want to have at the, you know, upscale resort. I feel, to me, I like this type of fragrance better than Soleil Blanc from Tom Ford, because Soleil Blanc from Tom Ford reminds me too much of sunscreen. This smells tropical and it smells coconutty, but it doesn't smell like I'm wearing copper tone. You know, that's what I'm trying to avoid. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It has great performance so far. What I've been able, like I sprayed it on my hand and I started counting the hours, and it lasted pretty, pretty well, a good 5 hours. So I was like, don't know why I was hesitating. And again, it's because I do have a lot of coconuts in my collection. But let's take a look real quick at what the notes are. I'm sure you've seen it, but let's not lose the tradition. So on the main accords, we got coconut, sweet, floral, vanilla, lactonic, fruity, tropical, citrus, aquatic, and woody. And then for the actual notes, opening with coconut nectar. You see the difference between cream of coconut or coconut milk. Coconut nectar is a little bit more, it's like coconut water. It's very crystalline, it's very light, it doesn't feel heavy and thick. So for those days that are extremely humid and hot, you're not gonna feel like this is too cloying. This is really, it's like the good tropical that is not gonna choke you out. It also has bergamot, middle notes, water fruit, and freesia. I wonder if the water fruit along with the coconut nectar is what makes this fragrance feel like so watery, so refreshing. It's a very refreshing type fragrance. So again, middle notes, water fruit, freesia, base notes, sandalwood, and tonka bean. And I love tonka bean. So it gives it that little bit of like a little vanilla-esque, creamy-esque from the sandalwood. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's just take a look at the atomizer. It's a very projecting atomizer. Oh, guys, this is good. This is really, really good. I absolutely love it. Anyways, I wanted this fragrance. I was very undecisive, and then I heard that it was getting discontinued. I was like, okay, I gotta find a bottle before it gets off the market, because I really, really enjoy it. To me, it reminds me a lot also because of the blue juice of Bubble Bath by Maison Margiela. That one also has coconut, and that one also feels very watery, very fresh. So it's along those lines, but this one is a little bit more predominant. This one feels more like a perfume versus Bubble Bath is a little bit more like cozy spa, not necessarily like you can wear it at home, and if you wear it out and about, it may not be as, people may not smell you. This one, people are gonna smell you. You're still gonna have really good performance with that. So I absolutely love it. Once again, Coconut Fizz by Aqua Lagorda. The next fragrance is another fragrance that I've been wanting since last year, and I don't know, I was just waiting, I don't know what I was waiting for. I heard great things about it, and it seemed, I was very intrigued. I was able to smell it at the counter, and I liked it a lot, and for some reason I didn't pick it up. I felt that this was a fragrance that was gonna shine a little bit more in the warmer weather in terms of either spring, summer, but even fall, but not necessarily in the dead heavy winters that we have here in Canada and the like freezing temperatures. I didn't think it was going to shine as much, so I was going to wait until it was going to be a little bit warmer in order to pick it up. And the one I'm talking about is Terra di Gioia by Giorgio Armani. I absolutely love this fragrance. Guys, I know it doesn't seem like a lot. Let me just show you. Let me see if you can see. This fragrance, I've had it for like 2 days. And look at the dent. I mean, I had to put it in the back because this is just a 50 ml, I believe. And I had to slow it down because I just wanted to smell it every single day. This is the best almond fragrance I've smelled, period. Close second, Rolling in Love by Kilian, and I know these are completely two different houses and two different price points. I absolutely love that one as well, but that's more of a dressier fragrance, a little bit more of a romantic fragrance. This is an almond that you can wear during the day. So being a good amber floral, this fragrance, guys, I can't. With, obviously it's going to have the typical atomizer from the Giorgio Armani bottles. This is so good. I know that is, designer and is basic, but I feel that this fragrance covers a lot of the bases that I'm looking for a day-to-day fragrance that I want to feel cozy and just sweet, but not too much. And it's just a little bit of everything. This fragrance is a really good, well-rounded fragrance. And I don't know why I know why I was waiting, for the warmer days, but I absolutely love this fragrance. I love it. Like I said, I am really picky with almonds because they tend to either smell like baklava or they tend to smell like those just like those almondy desserts, and I'm not really fond of those type of desserts. And although I love almonds, like I eat almonds all the time, but the actual sweetened desserts are not necessarily my jam. But this is such a good, non-offensive, super creamy, interesting enough type of almond that I want to wear all the time, every day. When I don't know what to wear, I've been spraying this, and I absolutely love it. On the notes, main accords: floral, sweet, amber, white floral, woody, musky, citrus, fruity, almond, powdery. And then on the actual note, it opens up with pear. I am on a kick with pear. I absolutely love pear in a fragrance. So it opens up with pear, mandarin orange, and bergamot. And then on the middle notes, almond blossom, jasmine. And on the base notes, amberwood and musk. Oh, guys. This, you can smell the tiny bit of nuttiness of the almonds, but at the same time, the freshness of the citruses in the opening, and the sweetness of the pear. It's such a fresh, juicy pear. It's a great combination. I remember back in the day, a long time ago, I got the first GIOIA. I think it was water GIOIA or something like that, one of the first ones that came out. And then I never purchased anything from this line ever again. I never was able to find anything that I enjoyed, that I like, that was interesting enough for me to have in my collection until this one came around. Obviously, I was attracted by the color of the stone. I love the whole nude brownish stone situation. And then I think I saw Karina Waldrum speaking about this fragrance and how she enjoyed it a lot. And I was okay, you know, maybe next time I'm around, I'll smell it. And when I smelled it, guys, I was like, yes, I absolutely love this. But you know, you gotta have your priorities. Sometimes at that particular time, I had other fragrances that I wanted to get in my collection sooner than this. I said, I know I'm gonna get it, but it'll be a little bit later. And I am just so excited that that time has come because I absolutely love it. I love it, love it. It's just floral, but at the same time nutty, but at the same time fruity, but not fruity like the sweet candy type fruits. You know, it's that pear, is the bergamot. It's a very classy, creamy, sophisticated, everyday type of fragrance that definitely makes you feel feminine, but at the same time, it's a very easy to wear fragrance. I absolutely love it. Once again, Terra di Gioia by Giorgio Armani. The next fragrance is another fragrance that I also discovered in the winter time, and I was dying for the warmer days to come through because I really wanted to add it to my collection. It's another one that I feel it was going to be an easy grab. It has a note of ginger that I absolutely love. I really enjoy ginger and pear and quince, and those are the type of like refreshing notes that I like to wear, the type of fruits that I like to wear in the summertime. And it came in this beautiful Hermes bag, which I am assuming you already know which one I'm talking about. So the experience of, you know, I always wanted, like, eventually one day I would love to have an Hermes bag, but you know, that day it's gonna be far away from now. But just the experience of, you know, opening a luxury brand, the care that they take on packaging their fragrances is beautiful. I hope this is not making too much noise. So when you open it up, it comes, I actually took it out of the box, but you know, it comes in here. And I'm speaking about Twilly de Hermes Eau Ginger. This is the fragrance that I was waiting for. I actually have it over here. I already took it out. This fragrance, I wanted it for the summer and the springtime. I feel that this is spring in a bottle. It's different, it's fresh, but it's not citrusy. It's fresh, but it's not necessarily like a body splash. It's a different type of Twilly. And I've seen a lot of people review them, but I was never really able to get into any of them until I discovered this one. And it's really cute. They also send you home with their little bow. At the store, they also give you like a little extra bow that you can use as a bracelet. And this is from one of the Hermes scarves that are already, as it is, super pricey. But anyways, let's get to the actual fragrance. This one, as I said, it's a beautiful ginger fragrance that I feel is super fresh. This almost smells soapy. It's a soapy, gingery, little citrusy type of fragrance. It's a very bright, it's a very happy fragrance. It's a fragrance that it's invigorating. It feels like you just took a shower, and even though it's super hot outside, you are going to feel refreshed. You're not going to feel like the fragrance is weighing you down. It's aquatic. I absolutely love it. Let's take a look at the note. On the main accords, we have warm, spicy, fresh, floral, rose, and sweet. For the top notes, we're starting with peony, and stay tuned because I have another peony fragrance that is coming up. On the middle notes, we got ginger and candied ginger. That's hard to say. And on the base notes, we got cedar. So like I said, this is an incredible, easy grab for the spring and summertime, and I discovered it in the winter time, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna wait until the time comes so that I add it. If I still like it, then I'll invest. It gives you like some time to really consider if these are fragrances that you want to add to your collection. And this one is actually only the 50 ml. I think this is the smallest one that comes. I'm only going to start adding smaller fragrances to my collection because I feel like it's growing a lot and I'm not wearing any of them at the speed that I could potentially like finish a bottle. So I'm sure that you probably are in the same shoes that I am. You can get smaller bottles except for the fragrances that maybe you wear super often and you want to be able to have like the larger bottles. But anyways, back to this. This fragrance is just, like I said, incredible. It's super fresh. It's easy to wear. It's feminine, but at the same time, the sweetness of the candied ginger and the peony makes it different. It's a different type of fragrance. Like you're not gonna smell like any other fragrance out there. This one is actually a fairly recent launch. It came out in 2021. So I'm really happy that they added this to the Twilly family because I was able to find one for me. I know that I also smelled, I think it's called Eau Poivrée or something like that. And that one I like. It's not bad, but I wanted something more. At this point, like fragrances, they need to impress me a little bit more. It can't just be like, oh, it's nice. Yeah, it's fun. I like it. Like I have to feel like I'm really gonna get a lot of good use out of them. Let me know in the comments below. Are you the type of person that you just, anything that you like, you may give it a chance, or you're at a point in your collection where you now really are being conscious about what are you bringing in? Everything almost has to be a banger. That's pretty much where I'm at in my collection. I really want everything to really make me feel like I want to wear it. It's a fragrance that is definitely calling my name. I absolutely love it. I cannot wait for the warmer days. Obviously it's snowing outside, but I can't wait for the warmer days to be able to wear this one. Once again, this was Twilly de Hermès Eau Ginger. The next fragrance is a floral fruity that I recently had the luck and the opportunity to discover thanks to Twisted Lily, who sent it over to me. They reached out and they asked me if I had heard about the house of Hermetica, and I honestly have seen the beautiful bottles, but I had never had the opportunity to really dive into this brand and to really see what they were all about. I was just super mesmerized when I would see their Instagrammable bottles and beauty. And the more I dove into what this fragrance is all about, I cannot tell you guys how exciting this brand is. So before I tell you about this house, I want to thank Twisted Lily for definitely sending this over my way and allowing me the opportunity to discover such an incredible brand. Anyways, without all the rambling, they sent over Hermetica. First off, let's take a look at this incredible boxing. It is just, I love this packaging. It is gorgeous. I love the perforated. And the fragrance that they sent over is their recent brand new launch, PeonyPop, which is an incredible peony fragrance if you had obviously wondered. This fragrance is, guys, incredible. But I just want to tell you that besides this particular fragrance, they also send me some samples of the other fragrances in the line, and you know what that means. That's gonna go in a Is It Full Bottle Worthy video. I cannot wait to discover the remaining of the line. Obviously, I had a little bit of an opportunity to play with this fragrance. And let me just tell you that this is romantic femininity at its finest. This fragrance is incredible. I absolutely love not only this incredible look at this. This is a super heavy bottle. I absolutely love. Let me see if I can show you guys. Look at this craftsmanship. It is incredible. It's really, really nice. One of the things that definitely impressed me, not only that they're clean beauty compliant, this not only means that they are a clean brand, but they also source their materials in a sustainable way. And I absolutely love that about this brand. A lot of the brands that are clean and they're very sustainable, they don't necessarily have the good reputation of having good quality fragrances in terms of the projection, especially if you come from the conventional niche or designer realm where you are expecting a fragrance to perform. But this house, at least with this particular scent profile, there's absolutely no problem with the performance. This fragrance definitely projects a lot. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but you should. But anyways, you probably already saw the video of the unboxing that I did of this, and I remember that I was spraying just to capture some images of the sprayer. And let me just tell you that the table where I was filming all of this smelled like this fragrance for like 3 days straight. It's crazy. Every time I was having dinner or I was passing by, I was like, oh my God, it smells so good. This is incredible. I absolutely love it. Anyways, a little anecdote for you there. Another thing that I wanted to showcase about Hermetica is that all the fragrances are water-based and alcohol-free. Now, this opens an incredible realm of opportunities for you to use this fragrance in so many ways. For example, for you to feel completely safe that you can wear it in your hair and it's not gonna dry it out because it's water-based. And on top of that, the fragrance itself, it's like a dry oil. It almost feels like a dry oil, so it's super moisturizing. It's definitely a different experience when you play with an Hermetica perfume versus any other brand, because there's so much that you can do and there is just a different approach. You can actually be in the sun with this fragrance and it's not going to harm your skin. There is definitely a lot, but before we get into all of that, let's just discover a little bit more this particular fragrance. So it just launched like 2 weeks ago. I'm a little bit behind. I've had a lot to do. You guys know that I'm in the middle of moving, but this fragrance launched April 1st and it's already at Twisted Lily. And another thing that I absolutely love is how affordable this is. This fragrance is only $100 for the 1 ounce. I feel like it's super, super well priced for the quality of what this fragrance is. So let's take a look at the atomizer. The lid super heavy. Let me just give it a test. You can hold it by the lid. You know what that means. If you know, you know. So this is fresh, romantic. If you like peonies, you're going to absolutely love this fragrance. It has raspberry and it just makes it super sweet and feminine. Although this bottle is green, when you smell this fragrance, you think pink. It's just, to me, this says garden, says spring, it says pink, it says girly, it says, but it's a grown-up girly. It's the good kind of girly. Let's take a look at the notes. And I also want to just share with you, they sent me a card with a little bit of information, and I want to compare the notes between what we hear from Fragrantica and versus what we actually get from the actual company. So Fragrantica says on the main accords, fruity, floral, rose, citrus, aromatic, fresh, spicy, fresh, woody, white floral, and sweet. And for the actual notes, a ton of notes is what they're sharing over here. Top notes: Bulgarian rose, osmanthus, bergamot, blackcurrant, grapefruit, and violet leaf, just in the opening. On the middle notes: peony, raspberry, jasmine, geranium, lily of the valley, iris. And on the base notes: musk, vetiver, plum, cedar, sandalwood, amber, myrrh, and musk. That is a mouthful. A ton of notes. But what they actually sent with the fragrance, they only share the key notes, which are Pinot, raspberry essence, osmanthus absolute. So I'm sure there's more than these 3 actual notes, but again, as they share, these are only key notes. So not only this fragrance is incredibly romantic and feminine, making it super ideal for the spring season and even the summertime, they actually suggest for you to spray it on your hair. And the moisturizing formula that it has, because it's water-based, it definitely keeps your hair super moisturized. But I want to show you on the skin what this fragrance looks like. I don't know if the lights are going to show. Let me see. It's actually the type of fragrance, like I said, it's like a dry oil, but it's water-based. So it doesn't feel exactly like a dry oil. It's almost like the same opportunities that you would have with a dry oil, where you can actually rub it. So I know that we talk about not rubbing fragrances. This one, you can actually do so and just rub it in your hands. You can rub it in your hair. You can put it in your brush and just brush your hair, and you're just going to have this incredible fragrance, feminine. Just that raspberry did it for me. For me, definitely, because florals, if they're too florals, I have a difficult time, but the raspberry and the blackcurrant in the fragrance definitely made a difference for me. And as you know, we obviously have a code for you. So I believe it's Scented Life 10. I'm going to put it right over here and in the description below. Only $100 for a 1 ounce for a clean brand that has incredible lasting and niche house with a packaging that you cannot go. I mean, this is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And like I said, we have the other samples that we're going to test. I've heard incredible things about this fragrance. So thank you so much, Twisted Lily, for sending this over to me and allowing me to discover Hermetica. I did not know how incredible this brand is and everything that it offers. So I'm super, super stoked. Thank you so, so much. Once again, this is PeonyPop by Hermetica. And the next fragrance is a fragrance that I didn't really think I was gonna put in my collection because I thought it was very gimmicky. And if you are following me on Instagram, then you know which fragrance I'm talking about. The brand new Fleur Terrible by Jean-Paul Gaultier, or La Belle Fleur Terrible. I had to leave it in the box and I had to leave it in the can because it is just so, so cool. I absolutely love the tropical, the colors. I had to show you guys. I know that you probably have seen. This is the new edition of La Belle. And you know that fragrance, everybody, it's one of the best sellers. And when the campaign came out about Fleur Terrible, first, I didn't really like the name, number one. And number two, I was like, I don't know. I'm so used to like the neck being like actual like metal and hard. And I just felt that it was just going to be like a flanker that was just like thrown like that, like super quick. And it wasn't going to be something that it was going to be worth buying. Boy, was I wrong. Was I wrong. But let's just take a look at what La Belle Fleur Terrible looks like. Let me see if it'll focus. Guys, take a look at this blue. It is just gorgeous. It's probably super dirty with my fingerprints. I absolutely love this bottle. Guys, this fragrance, you know, when you say something and you have to eat your words, it was kind of like one of those moments for me because, again, like I thought it was just gonna be like one of those flankers that is like, whatever, I prefer the OG. But no, it is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This fragrance, guys, oh my God. It's going to be, I think, one of my top fragrances for the summer. And unfortunately, it's a limited edition. Of course it would be, you know? The nice ones are usually limited edition. This one is incredible. Let's take a look at the atomizer. It's super wide. It's a shower. It's nice. Oh, guys. This fragrance doesn't have coconut. But let me just tell you, it smells like it would have coconut. So the way the advertising of like tropical birds and flowers, and it's very tropical, that's exactly what it feels like. The blue of a very watery fragrance and a very tropical feel. It's very much what this fragrance overall smells like, but without necessarily tropical fruits. And I don't know how they did it. It's crisp, it's clean, it's sweet, but it's also floral, it's feminine. It's not doing too much, but it has a lot of presence. It's definitely tropical. It's tropical queen goddess type of fragrance without necessarily having coconut and pineapple in the fragrance itself. It's a floral aquatic. But again, like I said, the notes that are being shared on Fragrantica are super minimal, and I seriously doubt that that's the only thing in this fragrance because it is a complex composition. It definitely feels like there's more than what Fragrantica says. So talking about that, let's take a look at what they share. On the main accords, we have iris, floral, powdery, vanilla, aquatic, violet, fresh, and earthy. And then for the actual notes, 3 notes. Top notes, water lily, middle notes, iris, and base vanilla. Now, the water lily is super predominant. This is what is keeping this fragrance blue and watery and just super appropriate for the springtime, but definitely appropriate for the summertime. There's a creaminess with the vanilla in this composition that I feel it makes it a little bit more upscale and a little bit more elevated than your typical tropical fragrance. I think, again, I seriously doubt if anyone has smelled this fragrance. Let me know your thoughts below. Do you think this is only, you know, water lily, iris, and vanilla? Because I seriously doubt it. I know that they keep a lot of notes hidden. I think this is the release of the year that is gonna make it in everyone's summer wardrobe. Oh, I absolutely love it's again, it's hard to say because it's just like the Aqua Allegoria coconut fizz, how it's super watery and it makes you feel like it's a fragrance that it's sophisticated, but it's also summery. It's very refreshing. It's very summer appropriate, warmer weather appropriate. This is what you get with this fragrance. However, this one takes it a notch a little bit higher. I think this one smells even more like a perfume. And the iris is beautiful here. The iris is not necessarily pungent. You definitely feel that you're wearing a floral fragrance. But if you're not a floral lover like myself, I mean, I do love floral fragrances. I just don't like them as much. And I feel that if they are very strong, I just start getting a headache. I feel like I'm just smelling like a bouquet of flowers. This one is super well balanced. It feels tropical. I don't know how they did it. It doesn't have any tropical fruits or compositions, but you do feel like you're wearing a tropical, fresh, tropical queen type fragrance. Like, to me, all I'm thinking is tropical queen. It's that girl who's wearing, you know, that incredible outfit at the resort and she smells incredible. This fragrance is that. Oh my God. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so excited that I got it. I don't even know how we got it here in Canada because usually we get all of these releases super late. So I'm super happy that it was able to launch this early so that I can bring it and share it to you guys. But at the same time, I'm so afraid because I know I'm going to be wanting to wear this all the time and it's limited edition. So this is going to have to probably be backup worthy. I'm not 100% sure. Let's let the summer roll around and revisit that thought a little bit later. If you have it, let me know in the comments below. What is your experience with Fleur Terrible? I absolutely love this fragrance. I feel that they knocked it out of the park. It's different enough that it doesn't feel like it's a copy of La Belle or the Le Parfum. It's the summer version of La Belle. I absolutely love it. So I don't even know, like you can see in my smile, like I can't even be, I'm giggling. It's such a happy fragrance. I love it, love it, love it. And this is definitely going to be one of my top 10 for this summer, if not top 5. I absolutely love this fragrance. There is another fragrance that I'm waiting that I feel is going to be my #1 fragrance. It's not a new fragrance, but it's something that I've been wanting for a long time, but you'll see it in another video to come. It's also, let me give you a hint, it's also another blue fragrance. It's another blue fragrance or another blue bottle fragrance. So if you know what that could potentially be, then let me know in the comments below. I would love to know if anyone guesses the other fragrance that I want to add to my collection. But anyways, La Belle Fleur Terrible, 100% recommend. Absolutely obsessed with this fragrance. I love it, love it, love it. It's watery, it's creamy, it's sophisticated, is queen goddess for the summer. It's that girl. I absolutely love it. Fleur Terrible, La Belle by Jean-Paul Gaultier. So those were all the fragrances I wanted to share with you in this super successful spring haul. I cannot believe I'm so excited about all these new additions to my collection. Let me know in the comments below if you have any of them, if there were any of them that you were waiting, doubting, thinking maybe to add to your collection. I absolutely love each and every one of them. I'm so extremely happy that they're in my collection. And once again, thank you to Twisted Lily for sending me PeonyPop. I'm super excited about discovering the house of Hermetica. Don't forget to use that discount code that I'm going to put in the description below. And if you want to see my recommendations from last year, which I absolutely still stand by them and I love them all, I'm going to put that video right over here. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the fragrances I shared with you today. If you haven't subscribed, please don't forget to do so before you go and hit that notification bell so that you can be in the know the next time we have a video here at Scented Lifestyle. I send you a big kiss. Bye-bye.